Now, from across the Tri-States, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, sole possession of second place in the Prospect League's Western Division is on the line this week as the Quincy Gems and Hannibal Cavemen play 2 games to break a 2-team deadlock in the standings. Tonight's first effort over at QU Stadium, a dandy one. Bottom of the second, Gems threatening when Dylan Terrell induces this momentum-strangling 5-4-3 double play, killing the Gems' momentum at that point. Meanwhile, the Gems turn to stifle right here. It's Nick Tyndall behind the plate showing you textbook put out at second base by the catcher. Top of the fifth, finally some scoring in this game. Jake Wolf with the RBI double to score Ryan Light. We'll call that a light bringer. You knew there'd be a Game of Thrones reference around here somewhere at some point. There you have it. Puts the Cavemen up 1-0 at that point. Zach Nichols a little later in the frame. The Hannibal product with the sacrifice fly to extend the Cavemen's lead out to 3-0. Now in the bottom of the fifth, however, the Gems would answer back, and they would answer back with some RBI action of their own. This time provided by Mr. Nick Day, going to step up and hit this RBI single to cut that lead by the Cavemen down to 3-1. However, in the top of the sixth, the Cavemen come right back. They would answer with 2 more runs, including a Jake Mangler double to extend their lead out to 5-1. The Gems would score 3 unanswered, however, not be able to get back over the top. So the Cavemen now in sole possession of second place in the standings in the Western Division, winning tonight by the final count of 5-4. Well, looking to jar and spark its flagging baseball program back to prominence, Quincy High School is turning to a former Western Illinois baseball player and assistant coach in Brigham John to helm the program. The new Blue Devil skipper seemed well suited to the job. He learned the art of handling and, more pointedly, positively promoting all aspects of a program from the late great Stan Hyman. And he also has added cachet as a guy who truly loves his craft.
I've been a baseball guy my whole life, since I can remember. I've been a part of the game. I think my knowledge and just my experience playing and the way that I am able to communicate with these kids, I think get them motivated again. I think that's what I bring to the table. I think these kids will learn to have fun again, but will learn to respect the game and play with intensity. I like to bunt, hit and run, get runners moving on the bases, taking chances on balls in the dirt from the pitcher. Overall, we're gonna have to get quicker to play my kind of ball. We're gonna get after it. We got to cut down on errors and just play small ball and score runs and get our on-base percentage up.
Well, after a brilliant opening round yesterday in Virginia, Quincy High alum Luke Guthrie couldn't work any magic today. He ends up firing an even par 71. That's a typically pretty good score, but the rest of the leaderboard moved up significantly. Luke's still at 5 under for the tournament. He is 6 strokes off the pace, which is now set at 11 under. The Quincy High football program entertained one of its more accomplished motivational speakers in some time this afternoon. A man who once scored 8 touchdowns in a collegiate game, won a pair of Super Bowl rings fronting for Terrell Davis, and who parlayed his success and post-gridiron career into broadcasting for the Big Ten Network. Former University of Illinois and Denver Broncos fullback Howard Griffith certainly has accomplished a lot in his life through football, but his greatest role model in life was not a fellow running back, but rather a teacher, and in fact, his father. True to that example, Griffith did some teaching of his own today, reaching out to the Quincy Blue Devil football program with a lecture rife in lessons about teamwork, goal setting, and what it means to be a champion.
Listen, young kids are going to make mistakes. That's just what goes on. But they're kids. And as coaches and as mentors, if you want to be that, you have to be willing to buy in and willing to help them. I think the biggest thing is if I take all the things that I've been taught by the coaches and parents that I have, if I just take it and don't impart that on other people, I've cheated myself. And I've cheated them because I had knowledge and wisdom that should be passed on. And if I don't do that, I've kind of let myself down and let my parents down as well.
And speaking of football, we are now just 8 days away from KHQA Do or Die Bowl number 8, the Tri-State's premier high school football all-star showcase, which takes place Friday, June 29th at Flynn Stadium with a 7 p.m. start time. Tickets are available now for $8 in advance. They are $10 at the door unless you show up wearing a high school football, has to be a tri-state high school football jersey. That's kind of our student discount, if you will. Then you get in for $7, but I would admonish you to buy the tickets now, $2 cheaper. You can't beat that deal. And Bo, in talking about his long-range forecast, has all but promised us great weather for a change. Excellent. I heard him say there's no rain in the forecast all the way up until next weekend. Usually when we schedule the Do or Die Bowl, that means there's a 99.9% chance of rain exactly where we're standing. Not this year. And if Bo has lied to me, I will throttle him within an inch of his life. By the way, if you missed it today, the Cardinals lost to the Tigers in extra innings 2-1.
All right, we'll be right back.